exposure, which makes it seem like it's a brand new thing, but I believe it's something that's been around for years.
Another question that we have is, how do you feel about Justice's case based on your knowledge of the book?
I feel that it's a situation that is common when it should not be. I feel that, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm assuming you all read the book. I'm not going to tell your teacher if you hadn't. But you guys know it better than I do. My takeaway was that, there's two individuals in a car. Cops stopped the vehicle, and there was a gunshot, correct?
There were two young African-American boys in a car, and at a stoplight, a white cop who was off duty pulled up to them while they were playing their music too loud and started yelling racial slurs and hateful comments towards them. And then one of the young boys went to turn the music down, and he thought they were reaching for a gun, so he shot both of them.
Okay. And based on those circumstances, that officer's, and even taking away the situation as him being an officer, he was an off-duty officer. So technically, when an officer is off-duty, they're just like any other private citizen. They should have all the same rights and privileges. They shouldn't have anything exceeding what is given to you or I. So in that circumstance, if I pulled up to a vehicle with two individuals there and I tell them to turn their music down, they don't, and then I shoot them, I would be charged with murder. It shouldn't be anything different just based on the fact that an individual happens to have a certain occupation. So I feel that the outcome should ultimately be the same whether an individual is a police officer or not, just if the facts and circumstance lead to the belief beyond a reasonable doubt that a crime was committed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all the questions that we have for you. So,
Okay.
thank you for...
Oh, no problem.
Okay. Does anybody have any other additional questions? No?
Anything you want to know about the legal system? Have any of you committed crimes that you need representation for?
Why did you pick this career? Why didn't you go into a different career?
Honestly, the real reason, I've always wanted to be an attorney ever since I was younger. Even when I was a little kid, running around my yard and whatnot, I've always wanted to be an attorney. I can't really say for certain what led me down this path or wanting to, but just ever since I've grown up and went throughout high school, college, and then later on law school, it's always just what I wanted to do. So it's a good thing it's kind of worked out and that I actually enjoy it. Otherwise, I would have been planning my whole life towards doing something, and it could have been potentially that I hate it. But no, it's fun. It's enjoyable. I like the work that I do. I feel like I do help people in certain regards, which is fulfilling to me. But I do have fun. So I feel that if you can find a position that you have doing it, doesn't necessarily feel like work.
What is your daily, what does your average day look like as a public defender?
So, and I'll just clear up something. So I actually now am in private practice, so I work for just a private law firm. I previously did work for the public defender's office. So some of the work I do now is very similar. However, my day-to-day is slightly different. So when I was with the public defender's office, typically I would go to court every morning and represent clients who were charged with criminal offenses. So I would probably have roughly between 20 to 25 cases a day on average, and they would be at various status points. So I could have one case that's up just for what we call a pretrial, which is a status date, just to see where the case is at, what the individual wishes to do. Sometimes a case would be set for trial, another time it would be set for a hearing on a motion, say for instance, a motion to suppress evidence to say that it was illegally obtained or something. But my mornings when working for the public defender's office primarily were me in court. Sometimes that would extend into the afternoon. Typically, my afternoons involve me going back to the office, reviewing cases that are upcoming, speaking with clients, meeting with clients, things like that. Now, in my job now is similar enough. However, I don't have the same case load or case volume. So my mornings typically consist of me going to court and then meeting with clients, drafting documents in the afternoon. So similar enough, just it's in a different scope, if you will.
What is the worst case that you've defended for?
The worst case?
Yeah.
I would say the worst case, just simply from the charge that was there, would probably be a murder charge I did. Many gruesome details. The guy was charged with murder. He was also charged with arson and concealment of a crime. As far as that was probably just the worst part of it being alleged that the person killed another person. However, dealing with that particular client was actually very easy. He's a very laid-back person, and I've found that sometimes dealing with murderers is easier than dealing with some people who are charged with less serious crimes. But it really all just depends.
Anybody else?
That's pretty much all the questions that we have. So we want to thank you for giving us your time, and thank you for answering our questions. So,
No problem. Hopefully I gave decent answers.
yeah, you did. Thank you.
All right. Well, it was nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too.
All right.
Bye.
Hope you guys have a good rest of your day.
You too.
You too.
too.
Bye.